guys, Tip Flip and Mama. The goal for today is, guys, I'm going to be on a ladder here in a minute. I'm putting up my pegboard today. And I think I'm going to take this light down for a moment. But I'm putting up my pegboard today. And I'm going to talk you through it step by step, what I've already done and what I'm going to be doing. And then as I do it, yeah. Ow! That was the ladder. I would like to apologize in advance for any chub shots you might get. Shots of my belly, or my arm wings, or my boobage, or anything you might get. And yes, I know this says bride, but that's okay because I am a bride. I am a 30-year bride, to be exact. But this is a very long t-shirt, or tank top, and I thought, well, to be quite honest, it would cover my belly better, so anyone watching this wouldn't have to look at my belly. Alright, so what I've already done, and actually I need to get a pencil because, or a marker, or whatever. So I can mark my lines going up where my studs are. Yeah, this was at one time a very cleanly painted wall. And now it's not. So, basically what I have already done is taken my stud finder, and yes, this is my stud finder. I bought it because my husband doesn't really like me playing with his toys, so I bought my own. I'm going to show you how this works. So basically, you just stick it on your wall. Let me go lower so you can see. Okay, see? You won't be able to see this, it won't be in the air. Alright, so you just stick it, you push the button on the side, you move it slowly across your wall. And that right there, with this line, tells me there's a stud there. So what I can do is mark. Okay. So this is an eyebrow pencil. I accidentally bought the eyebrow pencil eyeliner in brown, not black, so I'm not going to use it anyway. But when I marked it yesterday, the line was here, so let me check this down here. Plus, this will wash off really easy. Okay, so this is going to give me a range of where my stud is. So if I come over here and I slide it this way, because it picks up the edge of the stud, so that I know, okay, I'm safe to shoot in between those two areas. So, and that's got to be off a little bit because it's not lining up. Unless the studs are going sideways, which I can't imagine that. So anyway, as long as I shoot in that vicinity, let me check this one again. Whoops, might want to use my right hand. So that one was pretty right on. Alright, I've got really textured walls, So sometimes you got to do it a couple times because this has got like felt on the bottom so that it doesn't scratch as it goes across the wall. Because these walls are plaster, they're not drywall. Okay. So that was accurate. All right. So the first thing I'm going to do put you on 15, but I don't know why this is turning like that. There we go. And yes, this is my drill. My husband uses Ryobi. I prefer DeWalt, so we each have our own tools. And you always want to make sure before you drill holes, first of all, you want to drill pre-holes. Because otherwise, when you drill through your board could split very easily. And you want to match up your drill bit to your screw that you're going to be using. And this will be perfect. And the screws that I'm choosing to use for this project are number 8 screws, and they are 2 inches long. I was going to use 2.5, but the gentleman at Menards advised me that he had much heavier items on his pegboard, and he used the 2-inch. So, and he was happy with that. So we're going to go ahead and go with 2-inch and see how it goes. So I didn't bring my level up here. Shoot, I don't have my level. You should always use a level to make sure that when you put your boards up, they're even. And I'm not going downstairs to get the level because it's very painful for me to walk downstairs. Not so much back up them, but to walk down them, it's very painful. And so I'm just going to wing it. So, all right. And when you're dealing with wood, it's always a good idea to use gloves so that you don't get any splinters, especially this. This is just pine, just, 1x2s, or 1x3s, I'm sorry. And you could easily get splinters. However, I like to live dangerously, so. And it always helps to have your tool belt on too when you're doing these kinds of things, but my tool belt's downstairs. I don't want to go get it. So I'm going to hit mine further over to the right. And this side of the board is flatter. I checked these boards really, really well to make sure I didn't have any warps in them or they weren't twisted, because a lot of times, especially with pine, they'll twist. So this is kind of straight, but it was a little warped here. So in the middle it's warped. It's going to bow your ends out. So I flipped it the other way around, because once I screw my pegboard in this, it's not going to matter. And you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to take my eyeliner pencil. Thank goodness for boobies, because that just caught my cap for my eyeliner. Use a pencil, guys. Don't use eyeliner. But this is the chick version. In the chick version, we use eyeliner. Right? That's what I'm talking about. Do it the chick way. So what I'm doing now is I'm just going down and I'm marking where my studs are. So just putting marks down along the way, so when I want to put my boards up, I know where my studs are. Yep, this is the chick way. The chick way. And since my stud finder shows me the edge of the stud, And for all of you chicks, you might not know, stud is the wood boards similar to this, but usually 2x4s that are inside the wall that construct your wall. Sometimes they can be metal though too. In a lot of homes you can have metal, newer homes, you can have metal studs. So then that's a whole different situation. But this house was built in the 50s, so we're going to have wood studs. So I'm going to move this in just a little bit to allow for those edges of the stud, because I want to move my screw in from the edge. There we go. And some of these marks are not going to matter because I'm not going to be drilling on them. But as I mark it all the way down, it just gives me a reference as to where it is. That's all. Because I'm going to have a board here, a board in the middle, and a board at the end, at the bottom. And then I'm going to have a board here, a 9-inch board here, and then in between the middle, another one here in between the middle, on the bottom, on the sides. So, not on the bottom, I'm sorry. Just one here on the side, one here, and then 3 more down that side, and it'll be very, very, very secure. And even though I'm okay. No big deal. I just knocked something over, don't worry. This is why my husband doesn't like me to do things like this. But I have to do things like this because I have to be me. But I think what I'm going to do is tie my shoes so that I have a really good bearing on my feet. So hold on. Fast forward. Do 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 do. Do 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 do. Tying my shoes so my feet don't turn in my shoes. And that doesn't happen again. Actually, when I was working out on one of those support boards, you know, the ones with the ball on the bottom and then the surface on the top, I used to do 2 sets of 25 where I'd get on there and I'd do squats, and 2 sets of 25 squats while on the balance board. And I was really, really good at it, but I wore my shoes that were all fabric. They didn't have any support. Kind of like me just then with my shoes not tight. I didn't have any support. And that is how I pulled the ligament on my 5th metatarsal on my foot, my right foot. So the ligament that runs down the 5th metatarsal on my right foot was sprained. It was pulled because I didn't have the correct support. So, and I could have easily did that again just there. So now my shoes are tied. All right, so see how that's bowed a little bit? And then I'll have a line here, and it's not even going to go here. pressed it against that, I could do a line. Because I want room over here to put my peacock. The peacock that Thelma sent me, I want my peacock here, my peacock canvas print here, and whatever else I want to put up here. So I've got my line there. I've got my line here. I've got my line here. So I need a line here. Okay. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to mark right here. This is where I want my line to end. So I will know exactly where it's going to end. So I don't even need these. So I'm going to get my stud finder back out. Now I've lost my eyeliner. My husband's mad at me today. I kissed him good morning like 3 times in a row. And then I gave him a hug and he said I was bothering him. So he says, you just keep bothering me. So I'm going to leave him alone today. So this isn't going to work out because I'm not going to have a stud here. So all right, I got a stud here. I'm gonna have to move this over because I need to have a stud. I need to definitely have a stud on each end. So I have to move this over here and well, no crying, you can't come in. I've got a stud here, and I'll have a stud here, and then I'll have a stud here. So that's going to have to be good enough. So, which means I'm going to have to anchor this other side. And I didn't bring any anchors with me. An anchor is a plastic part. You have to drill a much bigger hole, but it's a plastic anchor that goes into the wall. And then you drill your screw into the wall, but the anchor will like open up on the inside, and these little prongs come out on the inside, and it keeps everything from pulling out because it puts that that extra support from inside of your plaster wall or your drywall. I have plaster. All right. So if I move this over here, I'll have a good stud there. I want to make sure, so if I have a good stud here, and a good stud here and here, but then I won't have a stud on the sides. If I go here, and then I know that's not a stud, because here's my stud. Okay. Should have planned this a little better. And, well, I guess I'm just going to have to move it over, because I need, when I put my side pieces in for the side support, I need those to be in studs too. So I'm just going to have to move this over, and I'll have a stud for that. I'll move it over right like this. So I'll have a stud here, and I'll have a stud here. So I'll have here and here, and then when I put my boards in, they won't be on the edges. My side pieces, they'll just be in a little bit, and that'll be okay. So now that I've got where I want to put this, I'm going to drill my first. And it doesn't really matter as far as being even because I put it against the wall and I know this ceiling's not even. So I'm going to drill my first. And if you don't have your tool belt, you can put your screws in your bra. Yeah, that works. And by all means, do these boring parts where I'm trying to figure stuff out that I should already had figured out before I started the video. You can just fast forward. So as I said, you want to pre-drill anything that you're doing. So this should be the stud. Make sure your drill's going forward, not backwards. Oh, the tip is broke off this screw, that's why. Well, okay. This one's not gonna work, so we're gonna use this one. The other one was a little bit bigger, a little bit better, but it'll be just fine. Let me line this up. There's my spot. And you can tell when you have a stud because when you go to drill that in, it is you're gonna feel the resistance. So I'm going to drill all the way across here in my spots. And again, you're just pre-drilling so that you don't lose any your cracking of your wood, because you don't want your wood to crack. And I should have marked this up higher, but that's okay. I knocked those down on purpose because I wanted my foot on the table, because that's how I slipped before. My battery's dying. So we're going to turn the computer on to charge. And if I can find the mouse, because I've got so much on here, everything is sitting on top of this desk. There. Where's my... Where's my speaker? Yeah, I don't know where anything is. There we go. Turn the volume down. The computer stays working. Okay, guys. Problem after problem after problem after problem after problem. I could be putting the screws in right away when I'm doing this, which I'm actually, because I didn't bring both my drills up, I'm not doing. I should have brought my other drill up too, so I've got one for a screwdriver and one for me see if I have my other drill, and I'll have one for screws and one for drilling. So now, because I only brought one drill, I have to switch my bit to this. And I should have my easy in and outs, but I don't. I have all these things to make my life easier, and they're all downstairs, and I just don't want to go down those stairs today. I'm not feeling those stairs today. I'm going to screw this in just a little bit and then line it up with the hole underneath. There we go. And I don't have a big enough head on this. So this screw, this Phillips screwdriver here, oh, it's not a Phillips. That's why. I got to get a different bit. Phillips isn't going to work for this one. I didn't realize that when I bought it. Every screw, you guys, has a different bit on it. Let me see if I can show you. See this right here? That's a star. Can you see it? It's a star. So Phillips screwdriver is not going to work on that. So let me get my bits. Did not notice that when I bought it. I should have bought them to have, well, they're construction screws is what I bought. Multi-purpose construction screws. The first ones I had were Phillips. And then you could get more cheaper with this one, so I just went with the box. I didn't notice they were construction screws. But that's okay. That's alright, because I've got bits for everything. And that's too big. Alright, let me get this in the light. I'll be right back. No! That one's too big. Let's try this one. And that one fits perfect. So, okay guys. This is a Phillips. This is a Phillips bit. See how it's pointy? Pointy. And this is the bit that I want to use for these construction nails. See how it's kind of starish. Starish with a flat side. So be wary of that when you buy your bits. I wasn't paying attention. when I bought my bits. Always be wary of your bits. Take care of your bits. Take care of your bits so your bits can take care of you. You don't want sloppy bits. No, no sloppy bits. And I don't need that anymore. We don't want any sloppy bits. No, no. We don't want any sloppy bits, you know. No sloppy bits for you. We don't want no sloppy bits, no, no. You know what is funny too is my tool belt. It's got the holder for this clip, and I should have my tool belt on. But I don't because I'm foolish. It's downstairs. I don't want to go get it. So, back again. I'm going to screw this in a little bit. Okay, until the screw comes out the other side. See, the screw is out the other side. Now I'm going to line that up with my hole. And I've got my hole. There we go. Now see how easy that went in when you've got the right bit? You gotta have the right bit, baby. You gotta have the right bit, baby. You'll see better when I do the middle one. Once you've got the first one in, you're lined up, especially since this is up against the wall. All right. So we are going to be done with this ladder for a moment until we're ready to put the pegboard up. All right, well, yay! Peacock feather, you must come down for now. So now all I'm doing is lining this up so that my pegboard is exactly 4x4, and my metal yardstick is exactly 4x4, or exactly 4 feet, 48 inches. So I'm going to work on here the bottom right here. And you guys, this is all for my jewelry. It's all for my jewelry. And I really should be using a plumb bob for this because these walls aren't straight. The ceiling's not straight, the walls aren't straight. However, I don't have a plumb bob, so I'm just gonna go by the wall lines. And that's 24 inches, so I'll put my middle one there. And then I'm actually going to move this up just a little bit on the bottom, about 1 inch on the bottom. because I don't want my board to be at the very, very, very bottom. I want to move it up just a little bit. So that's my 24 there. And for all of you who don't know what a plumb bob is, a plumb bob is a string with a really, really heavy anchor on it, almost kind of like a fishing lure anchor, and you hang the string up at the very top of your frame. It's how you frame and how you make sure things are going to be straight up and down and framed correctly. Then you let it hang, and then the weight of the anchor is going to tell you where you should be framed. And if you're along a doorway and it hangs out from the doorway, that doorway wasn't framed properly. It should hang, when you hang it up, it's going to hang straight. The plumb bob will always be straight because that's gravity. So that's how you can tell if an area is framed correctly. If I had a plumb bob, then I would know exactly straight up and down. I could mark exactly straight up and down from the plumb bob, but I don't have a plumb bob. And in this situation, it's not that big a deal. So, because my pegboard is, because this is a 4 foot, I cut this 4 feet, so it's going to come right to the edge of that in the 3 spots, and then a little bit up on the bottom. You probably don't even know what I'm talking about. That's okay, because I'm talking Kelly language. And then this is 24. So that'll be where my second one goes. And then 48, we're going to go up 2 inches. We don't have to, but I want to. Maybe I won't. Maybe I'll just go up a 1/2 inch and just have it be solid all the way around. Okay. But I bought these in an 8 foot length, and then just, that's the part that didn't get cut, and then I just cut them into 4 inch or 4 feet sections. So it's always cheaper to buy the longest lumber, and then you can cut it to your own specifications. Let me do this and see if I split my wood. If I split my wood, that would be a good lesson to show you guys. It doesn't mean that I'm going to split my wood, but I could. So let's see if I do. I'm not worrying about right now if this is straight or not, because I can always adjust it. And this is the thing too, if you don't pre-drill, it's harder on your drill because there's no... Okay, well, so it didn't split. But you see, I had a much harder time screwing this in. Well, number one, I'm not behind the screw. And when you are screwing, you want your screw to at least be right here. so that you can put your weight into it. Put your weight into it, and that makes the screw go in, especially when you're screwing into a stud. Makes the screw go in easier. So I was up here, but and that's okay. Now, if I wanted to adjust this, which I should because I don't have my I can adjust it like this, right? I don't have my level. You would put a level up here, and the level would, you put the bubble in the hole, it's level. Well, I'm not doing that, so, because it's downstairs. But you should do that. And I'm not going to do it because I'm having a bad pain day, so I'm just not going to do it. I'm going to eyeball it, and actually that looks good. Now I'm going to show you, because I don't have these, I don't have this wood pre-drilled. It is harder to get the drill to go through, because when you pre-drill, it just shoots right in there because there's already a hole there. It's like a starter hole. But if you don't pre-drill, then the screw goes in harder because it's going in for the first time. And I'm on a bad angle, but that's okay. Okay, hang on. This is what I'm talking about, getting your weight behind it. If you're not going to pre-drill, getting your weight behind it. Put your weight behind it, then it'll go in a lot easier. Okay, so you see, oops, you heard how much trouble I had getting that screw in, and it's because it's not pre-drilled. So what you want to do is this puts the screw in like ever so slightly. You keep doing this, and it'll get it in there little by little by little by little by little. Then you can, now, okay, I'm doing this the hard way. Everything I'm doing is the hard way. But I don't want to go get my level, and I don't want to pre-drill because I don't think I have my other, hold up, wait a minute. I do have my other drill up here, and I see it. It's one my mom just gave me. It's a DeWalt, but it's corded, but I could plug that in and use that. But I'm almost done, so I'm just going to leave it. Just going to keep going. Okay, so this is my drill dying. since my other drill is downstairs next to the charger because the batteries are charging, and as we know, I don't want to go downstairs. I think we've established that. I'm going to use this plug-in DeWalt, which will be even more powerful than the corded, or I mean the cordless. So, just FYI. Okay, and you'll notice a corded drill is not going to have your settings if you want the power to go from 1 to 15 or whatever, because this stuff is powerful enough, so. Alright, where's the switch to make this go in the right way? There we go. I've never used a power tool in probably 15 years. Okay. Alright. Last board. Last big board. Last bigger board. This one's out a little bit. That's okay. Just making sure my boards on the right are even. More powerful. Yeah, baby. See, you see how much harder it is if you don't pre-drill, right? So let me give you another example of pre-drilling versus not pre-drilling, okay? And when I was holding that one screw, I burnt my finger. So, another thing to be careful of, right? One more thing to Not do what Mama did. So we're going to pre-drill on this one so you can see the difference again closely. Can you see? Yeah, you can see. Actually, I'm not really that impressed with this. I think my cordless has more power. I'm just saying. I went in a little too far. I want to make sure that I'm lining up with that hole. That shouldn't have happened. That shouldn't have happened. I'm going to have to re-drill that because I don't think that didn't hit a stud. Where this one I was a little over. Huh. But it felt like I hit a stud. I know on these two I hit studs. Yeah, I'm going to have to move this over. Drill here. So this one's not a good example because I'm not going to pre-drill. So don't use this one as a good example. The last one on the end will be a good example. All right. One thing you guys got to be careful of is your electrical outlets. My electrical outlet's right here, and usually your electrical outlets run along your stud, okay? But I did not get a stud here. I got a stud here. So they must have maybe ran the wires down and over, I don't know. But you want to be careful of your electrical wires. There's electrical wires. So, watch this, guys. Stud. There's my electrical wires. And it lines up exactly with my power box. So you don't ever want to drill anything there. Never drill there. Okay, so now I'm going to use, this has been pre-drilled, remember? So we're going to see how much easier it is to get this in, because it's pre-drilled. But first I want to find my hole. I want to make sure I match up the hole. And it's matched up. See how much faster that is? Okay. I might have that over a little bit too far. And I do. So what I did there, guys, is I missed the stud. I got just the edge of the stud and not all of the stud, which means I probably splintered the stud inside and it's not connected. So I'm going to move my screw over just a little bit. And that's definitely in a stud. So let me take this screw out. Alright, so now I've got my boards up here. I want to put some support boards up here. And I just cut 9-inch panels because I didn't want to buy an extra board. I didn't want to have to buy an extra board. And these are so they're 20 inches apart, and I could have done 4 12-inch. I could have did 4 12-inch. This is a 12-inch. Could have did 4 12-inch ones because I had 4 feet left. Because I'm not graceful. Because this was one board, this was one board, and then I could have cut 4 12-inch panels to go here. So, but I have a plan for this 12-inch board. So I only cut 9-inch ones, and I'm just going to put one here, one here, one here, one here. And that's just extra support for the weight of the jewelry that I'm going to put on there. Do I need to do that? No, I don't need to do that. Am I going to do that? Yes, I'm going to do that. And I don't really need to worry too much about precision. It doesn't matter. It doesn't have to be straight. Well, you want to get it as straight as you can. But I'm going to go by this again, just to be sure. Where's my red marker? And I'm going to move this over just a tad. This never works right when I use my left hand. I don't know why. We'll use my right hand. See, and when I marked it before, I was off. So that's why you should make sure you're doing it straight. So I'm actually going to mark this over because and there's the other. So they've got their board's not this way supporting the wall. They've got them this way because they're thinner. So I'm going to put this right in the middle. Put my screw right here in the middle. In the middle, in the middle, in the middle. In the middle, in the middle, in the middle. And I'm going to put 2 screws in this. So I'm going to put one up here, one down here. Now, okay, is your husband going to want you using marker on the wall? Hell no. Is your husband doing the project? Hell no. You're doing the project, so you do it how you want to do it. Okay, now we're going to do the same thing over here because we're going to pre-drill all these. Because I can't drill without pre-drilling with this corded one as well as I can the other. And guys, this is a cheap stud finder, but it's okay. It works. This is my stud finder because my husband doesn't let me play with his toys. That's okay. It just costs twice as much. Toys for him and toys for me. Can I get a woo woo? Toys for him and toys for me. Toys for him and toys for me. Okay, so this is where we're going to be doing it on there. Now I got to get on my ladder. been using my 12-inch. That's not, yeah. I want to make sure I'm using my 9-inch. Because let's face it, you want to use as little board as you can so that you can use the rest of the board elsewhere. Am I right? Am I right? I'm right. I'm right. Uh-huh. Uh-huh. Did you see me catch that board with my chub? Sometimes it comes in handy. That's all I'm saying. Sometimes the chub comes in handy. Why doesn't it work when it goes left? Sometimes I think it's just my hand motions. I do. Because I'm unsteady. Where'd my drill bit go? Oh no, I lost my drill bit. Where'd my drill bit go? Y'all, I lost my drill bit. It's not in my woman wallet. we'll just get another. This is a little bit bigger drill bit than the other one. I wonder if it fell in. Nope. Because the drill bit that I was using, I don't recommend it, but it did have the tip broken off of it. But I still use my drill bits with the tips broken off just because they still work. And I know drill bits are cheap and I shouldn't do that. But I do. But now that I'm going to have this pegboard up and it'll have my jewelry, I want to have another pegboard over there, the two pieces over there that I want to keep my tools on. So I'll have everything I need right here in my office. Then Tom will have his tools in the garage and downstairs, and then Mama will have her tools here in her office, her 110 square foot office. Hi, Mike. That didn't feel like a stud. Had to have been. Had to have been. Let me move this over just a little bit. I think maybe this is getting more powerful. Because that put a freaking hole right in the wall. Alright. Yeah, I'm definitely hitting the studs. Because I can feel the studs. And the only reason it put like a big hole there, is because it put the tip of the drill into the wall. So, I don't know, maybe this sucker needed time to warm up. I don't know. Okay. I have my easy exchange thing right there. I could have, where you just snap it in, snap it out, snap it in, snap it out. You don't even have to untwist this, but, you know, like I said, making things harder for myself. I'm just glad I'm finally getting this done. Should I have pre-drilled with the board? Yes, I should have pre-drilled with the board. In fact, maybe I will. direction. That's why it was harder to drill in. It was going the wrong direction. My life. I cracked myself up. Yeah, I make it harder. I make it harder for myself. That's okay. I screwed it through, now I'm lining it up. Being in the stud means you're going to be able to hold a lot of weight on this. So if I wanted to hang my tools and stuff on it, I could. If I want to hang bins with heavy like silver or gold chains or scrap on it, I could. And what's the most satisfying part of this? Regardless if I do something wrong or I make more work for myself, I always make more work for myself. I get the satisfaction of knowing I did it. I did it, and I did it by myself. And my husband is learning. Let her do things herself. Yeah, he's learning. Lining it up. Maybe these corded drills take time to warm up because it's working great now. Maybe it just needed time to warm up. I want it a little crooked. I keep looking down here for my switch. No, we don't want to go in that hole. Oh, I see what's going on. My holes are in different spots. So we're going to move this down a little bit. Over and down. again, not pre-drilled, so it's going to be a little harder. Just trying to make a little hole so it'll go in. The reason that it was going was because number one, I had it in crooked, but number two, it was going not in the hole. It was going in by itself, not where I pre-drilled. See, and I'm just going to go with the other hole. Boy, it just wants to go in there crooked. There's no knot in there or anything, so I don't know what the hell it's doing. So, we just went with that. It's fine. There's just another little hole down here. All right. I don't like where I put this hole, so I'm going to lower it. And I could have had my drill bit out farther too, and it would have made more longer holes, but I didn't have my drill bit out very far. But that's okay. Actually, I'm not done with this drill bit yet. And you guys, these aren't how-to videos. This isn't a how-to video. This is me doing a project and you getting to watch me do the project. That's all it is. That's all it is. Watching me fall off my ladder. Watching me fall off my ladder and everything. And my battery's going to die pretty soon. So. Oh, you know why? I don't know where my mouse is because everything's on my desk. That's why my mouse is going to die. There. I don't have my computer running and that's how it's charging. That's why I'm getting the 10% signal on there because my computer's not running. It's on sleep mode. Oh, there's my drill bit. Too late now. That's not the Now I'm going to get smart about this and line up both of them. Like I should have did in the beginning. Work smarter, not harder. Smarter, not harder. I work harder so I can feel smarter. Sorry that you're getting my boobs in my belly, guys. So sorry. I'm sorry. So sorry. It's almost done. We're almost done, guys. And then I gotta put the board up. But I'll charge my phone before I do that. And this is a little crooked, but that's okay. That is no big deal. Do I need to put up these side pieces? No, I don't need to put up the side pieces, but I want to, because then I don't have to worry about the pegboard breaking, and I don't have to worry about too much weight. It just gives me peace of mind, and then I know I can put some of my heavier things up there that I use. I didn't have the bit in this screw. And that went in kind of crooked, but that's okay. I used the wrong. Alright, this board was supposed to go up there, but that's okay. So I don't have a hole here. That's okay. We're going to make one. Now, if you don't have enough arm strength this way, you can put it against your body, like this. Hold the drill up here. And ease it in. And use your body weight to push. You know you're in a stud because you're getting nice, good contact, right? It's in a stud. It's not going to fall. This one I'm a little concerned about, but this was my warped board. So my warped board isn't going to go as flush into the wall as normal. Plus it's on the bottom, so it's okay. So now all I have to do is drill my board up. This. The reason I put this up so high, you guys, is just strictly because I'm going to have my desk here and I'll have things up, and if I have necklaces, let's say, on here, I don't want them dripping down onto my desk or onto my other things. Now I am putting my skinnier desk over against this wall, so it'll be easier for me to access this, but if I need something up high, I can't reach it, I will be making a hook for through, you know, from a coat hanger onto like a broomstick, and then just like in the stores when you want to buy something and it's way up tall, and then I can get to my stuff that way. Or I can just get on my ladder and step on my table over here, my antique wood nightstand that I know will hold my weight and get it that way. So no worries. So now I'm just going to take my board. I'm going to rest it on here. And it doesn't really matter if you put it up or down, sideways, however you do it, it doesn't matter. Because it's a 4x4. So 4 feet by 4 feet by 1/4 inch. Can you believe some pegboard's 1/8 of an inch, some pegboard is 1/2 of an inch? Okay. Alright, so we just have to screw this puppy up here. So I need to get all this off of my ladder, put some screws up here, which is where my drill bit was that I couldn't find. And then I'm going to use this area of my ladder to prop up my corkboard. So this I'm going to keep over here. Boy, I really burned myself on that screw. Yeah, when those screws are going in, don't be touching those screws because that will hurt. Trust me. Like a can of paint's supposed to go up here, or whatever you want to put up here. I am choosing to put up there. This is a box with my Boyd's Bears in it. It's strong enough. I'm going to put it here, and it will sit on here so that I can have it sit there and I can get it nailed in. I don't have to pre-drill through this because this is so soft. This is like, this is even softer than MDF, manufactured dense fiber, I think, or particle board. This is less dense than that. This is really fragile stuff, and you see it's almost feels like cardboard. But when it's in there right, it's good stuff. Let me see if I can. I've got this pinned to my curtain, guys, so I'm really sorry if you can't see. There. Okay, my box is too big. The box I chose is too big. So hang on. Let me see if I can still get this to work. All right. So now that I've got it supported on this box, I can center it. This is sitting, I have a box on top of my shelf on my stairs or on my ladder. And then I can screw this in place. I really wanted it to be up higher. I can actually just put this screw right through the... Okay, let me see if I can do this. Let me use this piece of wood. Yes. So I put that other 12 by 12 board under it. And that's giving me some good lift right up to the ceiling, which is what I want. Stay up there. I guess I could have pre-drilled some holes. Oh well. And I'm on an angle. Oh well. My bit fell out of my screw. I went right through the hole. So that was a wasted screw. You don't want to go right through the hole. I just want one screw to kind of hold it up while to anchor it. Okay. Now I'm not going to put this in that far because I want it to hold my pegboard. Okay. So it's in there, it's holding my pegboard. Now I want to get a couple more in here. Okay. And the reason it's making that noise, you guys, is because I'm not getting connection with the drill bit. The drill is not inside the drill bit. That's why it's making that noise. And again, guys, this is not a how-to. This is a how I did, not a how-to. This is just a how I did. That's it. This is a what not to do. Perfect. And I'll just go across the board. Oh, look, when I dropped it, look what happened, you guys. The corner messed up. You can't see it. I broke the corner of my pegboard. Broke the corner of my pegboard. I'll show you. That's a what not to do. Alright, so now I have enough screws in here that I can take this down. And it'll hold. So my desk is going to come to about right here. So this will be space. I really need to wash this wall. That I can, put stuff up against and it's not going to bother this. Or I can hang pegs here. Jewelry can hang down. Sorry guys. So my desk will be about right here. So this is stuff that I can have stuff pushed up against here. I want to wash this wall. I should do it right now, but I'm not going to. Or I can, have pegs and a necklace is hanging down here and it's not going to bother my desk or hit anything. So, yes, this is an ugly brown. I could paint it if I wanted to, but here's the thing. This stuff is like cardboard. And I broke it right here. Can you see? It's broken because when it dropped... Oh man, it's wedged. It's wedged down in my side panel, or my, the edge of my wall where my baseboard is supposed to be. Oh my lord, I can't even get that out and salvage it. Nope. No salvaging that. I thought I could just stick it up there and salvage it, but nope. No salvaging that. sideboard here so I can put a couple screws up in here. Do I need this many screws? For me, yes. Yes, I do need that many screws because I'm paranoid. I have severe anxiety. I should be up higher when I'm doing this so I can get power behind it. That's the only reason it's not going in. You don't want it to go in too far because you don't want it to tear up the board. The nail is just a little bit bigger than the pegboard, so it'll hold it in. I'm going to put another one up there, a little bit lower, and I can see where my board is. Again, I should have pre-drilled, guys. It's easier if you pre-drill. Get the bit in the screw. Get the bit in the screw. I should have pre-drilled. But guys, I'm just lazy that way. I really am. I'm just lazy that way. Like I said, this is my way, not the right way. My way, not the right way. Okay, here's my board. Do I need to screw this many in here? No, I don't. But does my anxiety call for me to do that? Yes, it does. It sure does. And I'm just going to put 2 in this one. We'll do 3 in the top because most of your weight comes from the top. And that's gravity and whatnot pulling down. And I do not need 2-inch screws for this part. But because I have this right here, it's not actually going into the wall. It's only going into this, because this, remember, this is 1/8 of an inch. And it's only going in, well, okay, nope, it's going in the wall. Oh well. I could use shorter screws on this, but I'm not going to. Why? Because I'm stubborn. I'm stubborn. Stubborn, stubborn. Yeah. Oh, yeah. I need some down here. Yes, guys, I know it's overkill. But I'm not going to have nightmares about all my jewelry falling and all the money I've put into my inventory, or the effort I put into putting this up to all go to shame. Know what I'm saying? I'm so happy with this at this point. They had white, but then it would have been two pieces, one up there and one down there, which would have been okay and it would have looked sharp, but it was more expensive, so I opted not to do it. I know. I'm just trying to tilt these a little bit because it's right in between the board. I want to make sure I'm getting the board and not having it come off the side. Hi, honey.
I went and got pizza.
You did? Okay, thanks. Hey! Hey!
What?
How's this look? How's it look?
Fine, I think it's up too high, but
Well,
fine.
that's because my desk is going to be right
Yeah,
here.
but you're not gonna.
Yeah, I will.
I'm just saying, if you're not gonna reach it, then why buy even such a big pegboard if you're not gonna be able to go up so high?
I will be able to go up so high. I'll either use my ladder or I'll have my peg hook that I'm going to make. Okay, so we continue. Make sure your bit's in the screw. Okay. I think that's good for down below. So maybe one more over here in the corner. Sorry about that, guys. Maybe one more down here in the corner. Oh, I do have one in the corner. Okay, let's go up to now. I don't have any more boards here, so we're going to have to use this board going down the middle, which should be fine. That sound is just because I'm not keeping enough pressure on the screw. The bit's falling out of the screw. That's my fault. Operator error. Now, I'm going to have all my listed merchandise up this high, guys, so I won't need to get to it that much once it's listed. All my listed jewelry and stuff is going to be way up on this high part, so I won't need to get to it that often. So, if I need to, I'll just use the hook thing that I'm going to make. Pretty good idea, I think. Pretty good idea, I think. Regardless of what my husband said, I think it looks good. I think it looks good. Yeah. screws up here. And then it'll be done, guys. It'll be done. Guys, it's done. Sorry about how long it took and all that stuff, you guys. It's done. It's done. So, yay, guys. Okay. Here we go. Oh, wait, I'm going to hold it this way. Can I flip it? Nope, can't flip it. Okay. So, can I switch it? What does it do when I do that? Okay, I guess I just have to show you like this. Can you see? Uh-huh. There it is. There it is, guys. My listed inventory will be up on the top. And there we go. So, I did it. I went and got the pegboard. And I went and got the lumber. And I got all of the pegs that go in it. And I did it. I did it, guys. All by myself. My husband doesn't know why I put it up so high. Well, I put it up so high so that I could get more coverage and so that I could have things on my desk down here. Plus my merchandise is going to be up here that's listed. So nothing's going to sell overnight. So it can hang up there for a couple weeks or a month or however long I want it to hang up there. So I won't be getting up there that often. So, yeah. It's done. Only took me 2 hours and 9 seconds. Or 2 hours and 9 minutes. Okay. And if this freezes, I'm really sorry. It's because my battery was dying. Okay, guys. Kelly's DIY pegboard. Not the correct way to do it. Always pre-drill. Always, always, always pre-drill. Not what I did. And always leave your bit in the screw, all the way in the screw. Not like I did. That's why I got those. Because there wasn't enough pressure on the bit inside the screw to hold the bit in the screw. So that's my fault. It's because I wasn't getting behind the screw. So, and don't ever touch a screw while it's running or while it's turning. Otherwise you get a blister like that, a heat blister. So, ow. All right, guys. I'll talk to you later. Mwah. Let me know in the comments how I did. Bye.